Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Marble Racing Network. I am your host, David Goggles, and today we are at Riverway Speedway for qualifying. And there is an extra marble today. There's 23, so tomorrow there will be extra points on the line. So these marbles are really wanting to go and get a good qualifying spot. Last week, the pole sitter was Wrecker, and he will start off today's qualifying session. Without further ado, here's Wrecker. Last week getting 6th place, which is pretty good. Overall for the Wrecking Reds, they got the highest point leaderboard. So we will have to see if they can follow it up this week. Not really sure what to expect for Riverway Speedway qualifying wise. There is the finish line at the end, so it will be very different. 16.279 to start us off. We will have to see if it'll be able to stay, though, because they could all have very similar times. But we will see. Alright, next one we have Ocean, who is one of the hosts of the Oceanics and Riverway Speedway. Ocean and Aqua, this is the Oceanics team, and this is their racetrack. River obviously owns the racetrack, but this is the team that is sponsoring the track. Kind of looks like it's a little slower time. Yes, it is indeed. Just way a little slower, but as you can see, escalator is still a problem for these marbles. It's getting stuck, but we didn't include it in qualifying this time, so it'll just be the track that they have to worry about. Alright, next up on the list is Banana. Had a great 3rd place qualifying start, but didn't finish as well as they probably hoped. So they are probably hoping to turn around, maybe get a good qualifying start and finish where they qualified or higher if they can. So if they don't get the pole, obviously there's room for improvement if they don't. But the time is 17.401, which is the slowest time of the day by far. So far, they have been just going in order as they go down. So right now, Banana falls in 3rd out of the 3 marbles. Riker's still holding the lead as they were the first driver or marble to go. This will be good for the editing team though, because they don't have to change very much. Sylvester is up next, hoping they can change and make the editing team do something and not have to sit there and be bored. Obviously, that's what the editing team wants to do. So Sylvester is going to try and change that, looking for a faster time. No, 17.154, which will mess with the standings, but only gets faster than Sylvester, and that's the best they can do. Next up, we have Bowman from the Warriors. Had a pretty good run last week. I think, well, he did have a great run last week, won the race. I don't remember what place he got for the, well, he got 5th, sorry. He got 5th for qualifying last week, hoping to do better than that. Maybe get the pole position this week. We don't know. But it is looking like a quicker time than 17, but not fast enough for the pole. We'll fall 2nd, though, for right now. Next up, we have Poop from the Dumps. Last week only finished 10th place. But it is pretty good considering only 13 marbles actually finished the race, and he was one of them. So, with that being considered, that is still pretty good. His teammate Diary, though, not as lucky, falling way, way farther back. I'm not really sure why the time is slowed down, but it is. So, we shall see what this is, and we'll speed it up later. But it's only 17.495. Which barely gets below Banana, but still not a great time. Alright, next up we have Program from the Hacks. Last week, he hacked his way into 2 entries halfway through the race after we had a caution for some of the marbles falling off the track. This week we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen again and hopefully get it right. But for Program, this looks like to be a good time. Not penalized last week, by the way, so he will stay where he was. That is the 2nd fastest time for Program, though, which is pretty quick. Alright, next up we have Red, who finished 3rd. It didn't qualify good. Well, it was still pretty good. Qualified 7th. But this is it was a great a turn for the race as he's really slow on the thing, so it will not be as good of a qualifying time. We're going to get our first 19 seconds, not even 18. 19 just got caught a little bit. So a very slow time and not expected from Red. But like I said, last week he got third after qualifying lower than what we would have expected from Red. So anything is possible for the race. We'll see what he can do. All right, next up we got Sylvie from the Silveteers looking to bounce back after a 13th place finish from a wrecking Red Raceway. Red Raceway. Looks to be a pretty quick time though, as they are going down the final turn. It will be 15 seconds. That is the fastest lap so far, and the only time to reach 15 seconds. All right, next up is Aqua from the Oceanics. Once again, home track. We will have to see what they can do. I don't remember if they had a great week or not. They did, actually, getting fourth place, but not a good qualifying time. It looks like they're getting stuck in these corners. So we'll have to see. Yep, not good time at all. We're going to get 18 seconds again. Will it be slower than Red? It won't. So they'll get a little bit faster than Red, but it'll still be slow. All right, next up we have Cheesy from Pizzeria. I don't think they had that great of a race last week. Actually, they finished 11th, so it's still not terrible, but that's halfway through the field, and that's not what you want to be doing. If you want to get points, they're trying to look for better, and they will not do that at all. They are going to be 18 seconds, which is the third slowest time of the day. All right, once again, if your marble is on the screen just like last week, they have a chance of making it to the qualifying round as they are in the top 12. If your marble is in green, they are 100% moving on because there is no possible way for the marble to get out of the top 12 as River, the owner of the Speedway, is going down the track looking for a good time as they do indeed own the Speedway. 17.193, which isn't terrible, but it isn't great. All right, that leaves us with Knight, who last week had a very unfortunate race. Got hacked by a program who entered themselves twice, so only ended up finishing 15th. Like I said, I'm unfortunate that the program did not get a penalty for that. Last week he also missed qualifying race by one spot. Not looking to do that again though, as they get a 16.932, which will be a good time. Alright, as Pepperoni gets ready to take the track, the two marbles that I haven't mentioned yet are out. Aqua and Red, they are not moving on to the qualifying race to decide who will be in the top 12, or they will be in the top 12, but where they will lie in the top 12. A very fast lap. The fastest lap so far, actually, Pepperoni goes to the top spot after a rough qualifying session last week. They will very much improve, and they will be happy with that one as they go P1 for their qualifying individual. We'll have to see if they are able to keep that up, though, in the qualifying race. As Spook from the Spooksters take the track. Last week it didn't get very lucky. It fell off the track, and they got 16th. So again, for the race tomorrow, they're expecting more, and that would be very helpful if they got a fast time. It looks like it could be going 15.499, top of the leaderboard. That is very good for the Spooks. It's gonna knock out Poop though, as Banana is on the chopping block. All right, like I said, Ripe's teammate Banana is on the chopping block, so Ripe is probably hoping they can get a good time because Banana is probably not going to make it on to the next round with the 6 marbles most likely gonna probably get better than Banana. So Ripe not gonna get a better time, actually. They hit that corner, it was very slow, 18.209. That'll be one of the slowest times of the day. So if you are a fan of the team Bananas, you are worried right now. Banana, again, on the chopping block with several marbles, 6 marbles left to go after Snow, or 5 marbles after Snow, 6 marbles total left to go. Snow very stuck. Will they continue ruling? They do, but it'll be probably one of the worst times today, if not the worst. It definitely will. They're going to make it to the 21s. That is not good for Snow. That corner is going to be problematic for these marbles when they are going through there. All right, as a Team Banana fan, you are holding on, barely, but you are holding on. Again, 5 more marbles left to go. Diarrhea is up. Bananas hoping that they can all be slower than a 17.401, which Diarrhea looks to be slow. We'll see if they can get past the line above 17 seconds, and they will. 16.290. All right, next up we have Glacier, who did not have a good qualifying time at all. And I don't know how they got stuck right there, but they did. Last time they qualified terrible, though. They ended up being 7th overall. They qualified almost last, but they were able to get 7th. So, not great qualifying time, but again, we'll see if they're able to pick it up on tomorrow's race. Alright, as for the Woody Racers, probably one of the worst, if not the worst, starts to the season you could ever have. Ended up finishing last and second to last after falling off the track. So in total, their whole team got 1 point. Looking to pick that up, but no, not a great qualifying time. Alright, next up we get Woody. He's gonna hopefully not get stuck in the first corner, as every marble has in the last 2. But they don't. So, we get stuck in that corner. And that corner, they are struggling to get through this, and they're going really slow. And another bad week of qualifying for the Woody Racers. It's going to look like, 19 seconds almost. Not a good time at all. Woody Racers, 2 weeks in a row, finishing both marbles outside of the top 12, not even getting to do a qualifying run for the pole position. So they are going to need to get a team meeting going and step it up for next week, because this is just not good, or even maybe get a better run tomorrow. But with Hacker on the field, River, the track owner, is going to be kicked off the top 12, and Hacker will be the final one to make it in. Ladies and gentlemen, there seems to have been an issue with our recording for the track of Riverway Raceway. Pumpkin took the track and finished 7th, which means it'll knock the track owner out, River. So these are your now top 12 with the correct standings, and they will be shooting and racing for the qualifying spot. Alright, the field is ready to go. These marbles are your top 12 qualifying for the pole position. Let's make some new field, honestly, but not super different, as there are definitely some new faces in the top 12 trying to get the pole spot. But right now it's Hacker, who both, I feel like Hacker and Program were unable to. I think Program actually made the top 12 qualifying list last week, but both of them are in it now, as Sylvie takes the lead, and Sylvester is also up there. Pepperoni is very stuck, though. So Sylvie from the Silveteers is going to get a good launch. Hacker is going to bounce off the wall and give up the position to Sylvester. Now, and don't think that's what he wanted to do, but he's able to get it back and have a lot of speed, but bumps into Sylvie, so it loses all his momentum. Currently, the fastest lap is Sylvie, considering they do have the lead. Sylvie and Sylvester, honestly, a dominating performance, and there's 4 wide: Hacker, Ocean, Knight, and Pumpkin on the 3rd ramp. As they come down, they will even out. Sylvester and Sylvie and Hacker are just fighting for that 2nd spot to start in the front for the race, and Sylvester gets stuck. Sylvie's going to take the lead. Ocean's behind them. Ocean on the move. Sylvie, though, is going to get a great launch onto the escalator and probably win this one. We'll see where Hacker and Ocean lie. It's going to give it to Ocean, and Hacker is going to come 3rd. as they come across the line. Pepperoni is just struggling on this escalator, though. Can't even get up still. It might even get lapped before they cross the line. Honestly, not a good performance whatsoever for Pepperoni. Let's see. Wow. It's not a good time at all. 24 seconds behind Sylvie. But for your top 12 in tomorrow's race, it'll be Sylvie, Ocean, Hacker, Knight, Sylvester, Pumpkin, Bowman, Program, and Spook. Wrecker is your top 10. Diarrhea and Pepperoni round up the top 12. It'll be an interesting race. As you saw, they were very close together and fighting for the lead. Multiple lead changes. And we figured out this corner right here is going to be the main factor as they are trying to get as much speed as they can into the river straightaway. So, we'll have to see what the team strategies are for tomorrow. But as for today's qualifying session, I'm David Goggles, and we will see you tomorrow. This is the Marble Racing Network.